First shift, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Hear me? Hey, hearing those thumbs up if you can, if you can, if you can. Hey, what's good with it? What's good with it? If you can hear me, put them thumbs up in the chat so I can get this chat call out the way. I don't know if some of this will be turning into half dead this morning. I don't know. So I might not change my name or whatever, but it might. All right, good to see you. What's good with it, Bev Davis? Sonya Davis. Oh, okay. Now we got the Davises in the building. We got the Davises in the building. What's good with it, Dr. Sultry? What's good with it? Happy Friday. Hey, George Blake. Thank you for all the comments and the compliments. Thank you, honey. Hey, Miss Frugal. Hey, what's good with it? What's good with it? Come on into the chat. Yes, happy Friday. It's always a happy day. Hey, stilettos for me. Hey, Miss Lady T. Hey, baby. Hey, Star. Hey, Star. What else we got up here? Hey, Mom Life Love. Uh-oh. Half of the whispers are in the building. What's good with it, Red Bunny? Thanks for your comments and compliments. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. My petty Bill, my petty Bill is in the building. Hey, petty Bill, half of Jacksonville. That's why I love you. I love you. Uh, uh, I love you, petty Bill. Yes. Lakendra, the craziest motherfucker on the planet. Lakendra, baby, listen. I'm gonna have to start with you. I'm gonna have to start with you, baby. I don't know on that live. I don't know if you was high as a kite, baby. I don't know if you wasn't feeling no pain. I don't know what the fuck you was on. But you do know that you said Cicely Tyson can get it. Honey, I had tears in my eyes. I said, baby, she has a cat. She talking about any and every goddamn thing, baby. She talking about Miss Dead Cicely Tyson, honey. Can't get it. Girl, that lady back down 100 years old. Oh, Lord. And she dead. Baby, I couldn't take it. I was on this. I was screaming. That shit was so goddamn funny. And if JoJo ain't around me, if we on the phone, like shit, burning up the motherfucker. I'm so glad they got unlimited minutes. He was talking, what you laughing at? I'm like, that girl said Cicely Tyson can get it. Honey, I hollered. Uh-oh. There go another whisper in the building. What's good with it, Mocha? What's good with it? Yes. Somebody named Regina came in. That must be Regina White. Did she come in? Oh Lord. Oh, happy Friday, everybody. That's right. We happy people. What? I don't see no Regina. Did I miss a Regina? Oh, hey Regina, Lord, I done missed you, baby. Hey. Lord have mercy. I don't like doing that. Now I'm gonna tell you, we're gonna talk about some shit, we're gonna talk about um some things. Now those topics ain't in the right order. I'm probably gonna be all over the place, and also is more. We're gonna talk about some TINIA. The resource for today is listed in the description box. I can go ahead and talk about them now. So I am so enjoying those who call the lawyers. Their link is in the description box, and let me tell you, I'm not only enjoying them just because they becoming our confirming our findings as well, right? But the fact that I like the relationship between father and son, and I like the fact that they bounce shit off one another. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like I do when I had, back in the day, Larry and Keller and some of the other people that come up. You got Keith, you have Tears, you have Diva, you have Atmos, you have so many different. You got Levi, that you can, we going back and forth with regards to the legal process. So, and others, right? I don't want to leave nobody out, but those are Debo. Those are just the names that more frequently come up or what have you. So, or if I'm over there at their locale, it's just the names of the people that comes up. But honey, oh Lord. right, Mama. We're gonna talk about all that shit because I'm about tired. Honey, I'm about tired. Yes. So, and listen, and I like that. They're using terms that we've already went over, whatever. But sometimes people learn different ways from different people, and I like I just like it because it's like it's the consistency, and I like the fact that they don't mind getting into the documents. You have some people that would just give you terms, or some people that may speak to a point here, there, whatever. No, they're going through the goddamn document. You know what I'm saying? They're giving you their opinions and all that. Now, all of our opinions will never match because we're processing it in a different way. The root of it is we're going to start with what we know about the law, but it's going to build and it's going to build into different um, concepts and perspectives and narratives because we're all different and we're looking at it from a different point of view. You know what I'm saying? Could be, and sometimes you were looking at the same point of view. We're just coming up with different results. So, but I like it. I really, really do. So I put that resource in there. Um, Speaking of them, so I was able to go through the video, and shouts out to one of the whisperers, Karen J, for sending me the latest, the part 4. And I think that's the link I put in. If it's not that link, I might put the link to their channel in general so you can like, share, and subscribe. And make sure y'all do that here. Before I get too much into what I got to say, yeah, I'm gonna check them likes. Yes, baby. We horn for likes. We selling a little information for likes. Okay? Selling a little commentary for likes. Y'all gonna have to y'all gonna have to like me up a little bit more than that. Is you crazy? Or is you on crack? What is your affliction? Yeah, y'all gonna have to like me up. Like us up. If you don't even like me, you don't have to like me up. Like this goddamn chat up. They scroll with the best of them. They come to your place and scroll too. Yes. You don't have to like me because I want to get ahead of the game so I don't have to come back and check it. Keep checking it. You motherfuckers are stingy with the likes. Come on, I need one more. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. I sure appreciate it. And keep it going because I'm gonna come back and check it periodically. In between these topics. I got some for y'all ass. Because I don't understand. I don't give a damn if people I don't like. You got people that spend their time come on this motherfucker, whether you like them or not, whether you find the information helpful or not, you sitting there viewing. You ain't got shit else to do. Like the fact that you awake this morning and you can click the like button. Like that. Like people up. That's crazy. Especially you got people that don't be begging your ass for no change and all of that and shit. Like people up. That's crazy as hell. You got the you got to tell me you can't tell me that you don't have the least little form of decency, humanity, kindness, a kind gesture, and you ain't evil, and you just can't hit them up on the like button. Just because you awake to hit the motherfucker. Like, god damn, and then half of you're gonna go and talk about the shit that you heard when sitting in somebody's motherfucking bushes. That's what I do. I don't give a fuck about like you not. I will sit up there and hit the motherfucking like button. And that's just what it is. Because, that's about being kind and a decent person. What's good with it, TY? What's good with it? Where we at? So anyway, so let me tell you. Um, so anyway, about those guys. Thank you, Ty. Thank you. So anyway, so let me tell you about those guys. So um, a day ago when I was doing the breakdown with the RICO and the conflict and all that stuff and whatever, they said, on their video, their recent video they just did release some hours ago. One thing he talked about is that about arguing the language. Remember, I told you the prosecutors, when it comes to that conflict and J-Bo's motion, the prosecutors can argue that language to try to get around that Sixth Amendment. Just argue the language. You know, um, so they spoke about that, and I'm just doing a brief review of what they spoke about, which would be a review for us over here, or however you want to look at it. They talked about the issue with I think the father talked about this, about the relationships with these girls were long relationships. It wasn't just a jump off or a take off or anything like that. We've been discussed that a while ago. We've been determined that having long relationships with these girls could pose could be an argument that could be raised, based on what the defense tried to come back with. We talked about, he also said that testimony is also about the tapes is also considered evidence. How many times did I tell you that? And also, the prosecutors in one of their response said that as well. So you don't have to have the actual physical tape as evidence. A testimony about a tape can be considered evidence. Okay? Just like, I hate to bring this up, but just like the text messages can be evidence, but it's the testimony is how they flush out the authenticity of them, the validity of them, as well as the nature and intent. Right? I keep repeating this stuff because you might see it on Money March. And that's being done on the 31st of what? This month. All right. It also went over that the cell phone is used as interstate commerce. Um, yeah, because if you're using that cell phone during the commission of a crime, especially during the commission of a crime, that is that can constitute as a federal crime, right? As well as it doesn't have to be just with racketeering, whatever. It doesn't have to be a financial gain behind no money and this, that, and third, whatever. You can verify that just do based on the predicate acts, things of that nature. All of the RICO people think that the RICO is mainly devised and used just for racketeering act that has a financial element to it for its money. No, it could be non-financial. So um, we went over that. They also went over that the law that like a minor lying to you about their age. It's really no crime as far as the minor is concerned, because the law implies that a person that's an adult should know that they're dealing with the minor. Whether you agree with that or not, I have some challenges about that, because you have there's a I hate to use these words, but these words that but there's a entrapment setup type of um uh nature to that, right? If somebody gives you a fake ID and lie about their age, and you have other people like the parents or whatever, helping you lie about your age and things of that nature, you're not carrying around a goddamn ID check machine and shit, even if one exists. and you don't have anything tied to the motor vehicle um department to see if somebody is actually how old they are. How are you supposed to really know? And especially if you dealing with limited um limited rationale, right? Your reason isn't where it should be. And for a person of your age, your common sense has deficiencies, right? So how are you supposed to, can we expect someone to tell that they are dealing with a minor when in some aspects of their mind, they are to a minor, right? Their thought process is, childish. That's why I thought that they would introduce that his mental, his mens rea into it, but that would contradict their strategy, their what the defense is saying, right? So hey, maybe during the sentencing, you will hear some of that for be used as mitigating circumstances, or whatever, to reduce. But who knows? You know what I'm saying? I think that it could be safe if they use that to speak to his intent, because that would definitely that plays a part in your mens rea, your reasoning, your rationale, your common sense, your judgment, all of that. So especially in the areas where intent is a big issue, right? So I would think they might use that. I don't know. I'm just saying. Um, and we kind of agree. We agreed that the appeals part is where you should get nervous, because there is a good chance that they will agree to hear this appeal. So here's the thing, right? So I'm not going to get nervous at what the prosecutor says. I'm just curious of what they said. I'm not going to get nervous at what, or anxious. I'm not nervous, anxious at what the judge says. Because this is at the trial court. This is at the trial level. It goes to her. She makes a decision on the PCM, right? But I'm going to be anxious to see if the appeals court, if all things go, he doesn't get a new trial and this, then the third, barring all those factors. I will be anxious to see what the appeals court, if they agree to review it, and what they, come back and say. Well, what would be the art? Then I'll be sweating the motherfucking the system to see, what they say. So that is, and then I told you about arguing the language, and then they talked about civil RICO, and we spoke about briefly over here about civil RICO, how they can get money under the civil RICO, and keep in mind that that's separate from what the I think the garnishments, the seizures are in the Chicago case, if I'm not mistaken. Could be in this case. I think it's in Chicago case because it'll be listed somewhere in the back, and I don't recall seeing it in the back of the indictment for New York. But in Chicago, I believe I know that there's a garnishment, a seizure um, request in that indictment. So, but even if you saw one in New York to pay back, that is something different from a civil RICO. Civil RICO means that some accusers are going in to ask for some additional money. Processed, you know, that's a total. That's a separate case, and they have to go to court. And the beauty of it is that they can use the same elements that he was found guilty under the um the criminal RICO, as well as with civil cases, the bar for evidence is a lot lower. So other stuff that may have not been relevant in a federal case that can come into play in a civil case. And the danger with that is that, and that's why a lot of times they like civil cases to go beyond after criminal cases, because in civil, but for some reason they wasn't giving him none of them courtesies with regards to R. Kelly. They was like, I don't give a fuck. These civil cases are going whenever they go. And if it's in front of your criminal prosecution, then that's just what it is. But with those civil cases, a lot of little evidence and little stuff comes out that could be prejudicial to the defendant in a criminal case. And that stuff that comes out, that evidence that comes out during a civil case, you know, you look at the with the civil um with a civil case, it's not a a hard determination that somebody is guilty, you know what I'm saying, or whatever. You know, it's just the presumption is it's by the preponderance of the evidence. So it's by the preponderance. So it's just a little different, not much different, but the requirements are a little different. So of course the criminal elements of determining one's guilt is going to be a little harsher because you're messing with somebody's livelihood, right? And our Constitution, you know, specifically states and express that they, you know, try to safeguard the violations and the, you know, of somebody's life and liberty, you know. So there you have it. So, but like I said, I put that resource, the link in there for some of us. It will be a review, but you always like to hear someone's perspective with regards to, you know, the same matter, even if you don't see eye to eye or you disagree. So let me check that off. Shall with first and second shift when I have to come with papers. Um. Oh yeah, I was able to go in and I finally found out how to get notifications from the stuff that's coming out of Pacer. So listen, and while bumbling and looking around or whatever, if anybody that have worked with the feds or what have you, if you have a ECF ID or CMID, you can link it to Pacer. Okay, so let me show you the screen. You know, I never taught a class. You know, I taught classes that, of course, all of them deal with Pacer because we had to put all kinds of shit in there and whatever because we have to use it as test, you know, or whatever. But I mean, because it took me a minute. I'm trying to tell you, I've been crying trying to find out how to get notifications and shit like that. So I found out the source that's linked to Pacer to get those notifications when they come out. So here, right here, if you look at this is where you can, if you work for the feds, if you still have access, whatever, you can, right here, you can link your ECF account to my Pacer account. That's where you can do that. And, you know, makes it a little easier because I have been teaching part-time on and off since about let me see when that was. Since about, I think it was about 2000. Yeah, that was the same time after I got my Master of Laws degree, right, which allows you to teach. It's not required, but you get a better chance of getting a teaching job when you're teaching law. So on and off since about 2000 and yeah, about 2000, because 2013. Let's see, I was still teaching. Yeah, because then I met my roommate in 2014, and then I went teaching full time to 2015. So, and I've taught, all various things at various stages. Not anything higher than a L2 level course, which means that that's just a person second year in law school. But anything basic, civil stuff, which include torts and things of that nature. Yeah, strategy. Yeah, because I started teaching strategy in 2013, but that was like a part time, very adjunct. That was just something they put together to teach strategy. And I met my roommate in 2014 because he was already just became a prosecutor, so he came in and was in that class 2014, and then I went full time 2015. So but yeah. Uh, so you know, if you have any type of access, and check your access. I don't know if you are former, I don't know if you still have access or not. Probably don't, but you have, or you can check to see if you can link your ECF ID to Pacer. You also, I don't know. I didn't find anything to see. Yeah, because PIV and CAC, that has more to do with identification with the IDs for us federal. But other than that, you can do that. And I finally found y'all, and I hooked it up how to get notifications. And I looked all over. And that's how I bumped into all that bullshit. So yeah, make sure you uh, do that. Let's see. I want to make sure because anytime I struggle with finding shit, whatever, I'm gonna come out and tell you because it makes it a lot easier. Like anytime, like just say, and also anytime if I'm questioning something, whatever, and I can't get the right answer, or if Club Blue don't know, or whatever, because I trust them, whatever. I'll just like yesterday, I'll get on the phone and call because I need the right information. As decent people, I think not saying that you're not decent, whatever if you don't, but I like to put the correct information out there because that's the only way to me we can have an honest conversation about it, an honest analysis about it. You know what I'm saying? And not saying nobody's not decent when not doing that. 'Cause a lot of people, they hear somebody's telling something look like which I'm sure that's what happened, looks like a reliable and trusted source. Yeah, you're gonna go with it. But I'm this type of person because I like my information to be right. I ain't into the defamation and slang and all that bullshit, whatever. I like my information right, depending on what no matter what it is. I mean, so it is, it is what it is. It's like when I dealt with a lot of social media sleuths and white hats at the job, and that's in the cyber area. You have to those people know how to send that information to your office. They're not sending bullshit, and they sending stuff that's relevant that can be used. Like, say for instance, like when they were catching a lot of these people with these conflicting stories, then when they was out here in the social media, that's information that the attorneys could have used, you know, to help their case. And especially to try to show that a person's testimony may not be reliable because they're actually telling lies about a specific situation. you know so all that stuff is helpful. All that stuff is up. And this might be a joke to y'all, but there are stuff there's something that's called cyber lawyers. I put information on my board about cyber security officers, cyber intelligence analysis. So, and it's, I'm not going to go into it here or what have you, but, so what I'm saying is operating in this space, it is a big deal. Operating in this space, gathering information which a lawyer can use with regards to a case on either side is so helpful because one, that saves on investigation dollars. And keep in mind, it's usually all about the money. Yes, it's always in the interest of justice, but it's always, for us who's going to get investigated and who's going to be arrested and this, that, and third, whatever. That's somebody's call that they have to make. They're going to see, about the man hours. They're going to see about the dollar, and this going to be like, how serious of an issue is it? So, but I've dealt with all those areas. So, but it is a real thing. If you don't believe me, call up. If you think I'm playing, call up there and see if you could speak to a cyber lawyer. I'm not making this up. Call up there and see. All right, Lion. I'm just saying, call up there and see. And one day I'll tell you, more about it. Jojo said I should stop telling people all about it. But here's the thing, right? I think that if you're not ashamed of your life is okay or whatever, you should be okay with sharing it. Now, if people that have evil intentions or they don't like your ass choose to try to use it against you, or they get mad because you talk about your life because it reminds them of the life that they don't have, that ain't got nothing to do with you. But you are free to talk about whatever you want to talk about. My thing is I just don't like the defamation and the slander, because it's a lot that we could say about each other that's true, and you don't have to use defamation and slander and shit just their fucked up truths is enough about them to be like, shit, bitch, you know who are you talking about and why are you talking about them when your ass is fucked up. But that's just what it is. But I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it. And certain stuff. In other areas, you got these people take you say one thing and they'll try to make you out to be some kind of goddamn mole informant, this, that, and there, all that most stupid shit, stealing money, all that type of shit. So then it is what it is. Um but yeah, if you ain't, and I love people to come up here and talk and have a conversation and talk about their shit or whatever. Because there's no way in the world I'm going to sit up here and talk about myself all day, all night, the entire life, whatever. That is boring and that is real narcissistic and it is arrogant. And half of these people be lying. Let's keep it a buck. Half of them be lying. See, I can show. Let me see. I can show you right now. Let me see. I can show you right now what I just said, right? I said that I got my make sure that I got my Master of Law degree, and then I started teaching part time, right, on and off. And then I gave you those dates, those years. I don't know the dates. And I can show you that. Hold on. Let me try to pull it up. Hold on. And my friend, if you listen to those calls and whatever, especially that last one, if you listen to when I popped the fake ass girlfriend on here, she told you that we was in a lot of departments. After a while, I got on the cleanup crew. I went from every department you could probably think of on part of the cleanup crew. It says, I ain't talking about that. Right here. I can't find. Yeah, but that was a necklace that they gave us, and that was in 2000. And Master of Law. I have to believe me, look it up. So, and I believe, I'm not mistaken. Um, Hold on, I'm trying to get out of it. So, I'm saying I can verify what I tell you. Shit. And if it's coming from an outside source, you best believe I'm gonna get on the phone. And I mean, now I'm gonna try to get on the phone and look for it, or I'm going to try to look in the paperwork myself so I can form my own opinion, so I can tell. It's not. It don't mean that when I look at the shit or call the shit, whatever it's gonna be right. I'm just gonna bring it to you raw, natural, in its original form, for raw or natural or in its original form, so you can make your decision. I'll do the little leg work. I will look at paperwork my own goddamn self, try to figure it out. And that's just easy for me to keep down confusion for me. And here's the thing, right? You are on smart people, or people that mean right, smart people, people that mean right, or decent, or which are decent people. If they know if they say something, right, and come to find out later on that they have intel that say, that's okay, maybe I jumped the gun, maybe that wasn't right, this, that, and the third. They're going to come out and say, hey, I got intel that, okay, that's not absolutely correct. That's not absolutely correct. I'll get into like a big example. I'll get into that in a minute, because I just want to know what the fuck in the hell is going on. So we're gonna talk about that money. I think I make that money last, because this is crazy at this point. I said, and I'm gonna need y'all to hold me to this, right? I said that. Well, I'll get to that. I'll get to that. Scratch that. I'll get to that. Another thing I want to talk about, right? You have people that's running around here taking shots and all kinds of subliminal type shit, whatever, acting like their hands are clean, like they ain't never did shit to people. And the only reason why you don't see it or whatever, because they are off the grid doing all kind of slick shit and whatever, but not knowing that slick shit you have you have a digital footprint. Yeah, when I do this here, that has a digital footprint, and I'm responsible. But I'm also gonna be responsible for what I share, how I share it, and whatever. Whether it's legitimate or you purport it to others as it's legitimate, that's on you. But there's no way I'm gonna sit around here and act like, oh, I don't know nothing, and oh, I ain't do nothing, when you got text messages leading to and from your ass confirming you did a whole bunch of shit. You know, I'm not going to run around here and take shots at the kinship of one person when I'm running around here with the questionable kinship of other people. Not going to do that. That's why this is a hypocritical ass bullshit. And motherfuckers are trying to, be not minding their own business, sticking their foot, their nose, and shit like that in bullshit, which will come back to your ass. I'm not gonna be sitting at a job I keep lying about, but a job, no doubt, that's looking to you for your judgment, and I'm gonna run around here with controversial people like Daryl Johnson and shit like that, or or R. Kelly. I mean, I'm just saying, I ain't saying, but he's controversial right now. I'm not gonna do that and fuck with people and talk shit and fuck with people on these streets. Say one thing, oh, when you fucking with them, oh yeah, this person's good, legit, the credentials are good, whatever. But time you got a problem with them, oh, this person's a fake, this person's this, that, and third, I'm gonna do this, whatever. Especially when that person ain't done shit to you. Just told you how it was, and that's just what it is. These people around here, if you tell somebody straight, I tell you straight up, I don't fuck with you, I don't like you. That don't mean I'm telling you straight up. That don't mean I'm hitting a link and say, listen, here's an announcement. I don't fuck with that person. I don't whatever, and it be new news to you. You the first motherfucker I told. That's how you keep it real. That's real nigga shit. And just because I don't fuck with you, like you, whatever, I'm not finna actively do shit to you. It's just something about you I don't like. That's just it. I'm not trying to do shit to you. And I would expect nobody to be trying to do shit to me or this, that, and the third. It's just what it is. But these people try to go after your character and your credentials and shit like that, and they're gonna end up looking stupid. But that's fine, Okay, that's fine. But I'm just letting you know, and it's funny. And while you doing shit to people, trying to fuck people credentials and character up, you better hope that you ain't gave no 1 cent no money to people, controversial people like R. Kelly or Lily or any of them motherfuckers. Yeah, I said it. You ain't got no pictures with them motherfuckers. Yeah, that's how that works. If you want to play, and you want to play a nasty ass game, yeah. Who got some shit to lose? I ain't gonna lose shit it's paid for. You can send shit to the bar association all day and tomorrow they're gonna investigate my ass and they're gonna look for misconduct and unethical behavior. Now, if I'm defaming somebody, slandering somebody, that may be an issue. Cursing and threatening your life, it will never be an issue. Well, like threatening your life might be, but the cursing and shit would never be an issue because a lot of them curse. A lot of lawyers curse. They on coke. They be drunk. They hit and run. They all kind of shit. They embezzle money. This, that, and the third. And at the worst, what they gonna do? Deactivate my already. I don't go into nobody court. I haven't been in nobody courtroom. I don't know how many years. For what? I didn't get into this motherfucking profession to be no crime fighter in the interest of justice and trying to do right. I told you exactly why I got into it. Because I need to know about the law. And I wasn't finna sit up there as no idiot. Me and a fake ass girlfriend, we started out together with Reebok and all those people doing corporate management, writing, authoring, and doing policies and shit like that, procedures, and 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 the people sending their shit back and trying to negotiate with them and try to stop people from going to court, this, that, and the third, were all without any of one of us being a lawyer. So they had cheap labor. I didn't want to sit up there and look stupid writing shit, and I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. I got calls with her, but I see, y'all want me, I get on the phone. I get on the phone because I think when she was on the call one day, I went down some of the line of companies we sat there and did that work for. It was over 200 at one time, all those contracts. But I'm never finna sit here shit. I'm never finna sit here and talk about me all that long time, whatever. And I have some interesting shit to talk about. But people try to run around here and try to play that motherfucking game and shit. But when you fucking with somebody that got those connects that can chase the motherfucking digital fingerprints down on, you best believe if I can tell you who my trolls are. And not with even nobody even paying attention. Kelly and I sat right up here, kind of talking in code a little bit. He was asking me, did I catch the motherfucker troll that came in? Like, yeah, I got it. See? But I like to let people live on this motherfucker because it seems like some of this shit is the only thing you motherfuckers have. And you might be what I consider well-meaning idiots be doing fuck shit to people. But it ain't that motherfucking serious. One day maybe I have a key or whatever moment. I put your ass on Front Street, but I have to expose some other shit how I caught your ass. And I don't want to do that. I want to keep on, for my own shits and giggles. JoJo always give pretty good solid advice. He said, don't reveal that part of your experiences of your life. Don't reveal that. Oh, okay. Okay. Ask him. I'm making this up. And sometimes, and speaking of him, sometimes people, come together for, and it be something of a reason, like, hey, and in the midst of when they do, from the time they come together, about be on some fuck shit or whatever, and something changed in that process. That's just what happens. You find out you like a motherfucker. Y'all can be at the least, y'all can be real good friends that you like to talk to. And about whatever. That's just what it is. That's called being human. But I think around here, a lot of us forgot how to do that. Because I believe we were human before we got on this motherfucker, and we still are. I believe that most of the motherfuckers that's crazy knew they was crazy before they got on this motherfucker. That's just what it is. But yeah, you have people that do something really and sit here and hide behind the shadow of the Lord and try to make like whatever. But you better know who you fucking with when you fucking with them. And that goes for who it may apply. Ooh. You want to be Captain Save a motherfucking hoe? Well, we never know what happened to Captain Save a hoe at the end. Was she able to save herself? I mean, it is so easy. Lord, I can't get into it. So I can't get into it. But I'm telling you, these people play a fucked up ass, some bullshit. Some bull ass shit. Right? They play some fucked up shit. So, what I was starting to talk about is I said that I wanted to do my breakdowns after my enemies do their breakdown. One, I want to see one. Are we gonna learn anything? Will it be correct? And I'm not saying what I do is correct, but I think we got a pretty good track record, right? But I want And here's the thing, right? This don't make no sense to me. There ain't a motherfucker that I think that's fake or not good or boring or anything like that I'm gonna copycat. That don't make no sense. And that makes you look crazy. I'm not gonna talk negative about a motherfucker and then only to copy every goddamn near everything they do or what they say. They be trying to say it. And not even understanding is that if you are a medical doctor, and I gave this example, right? And nobody knows everything, even if you don't been trained in that profession and you don't work there for several years. Like I said, a doctor, you take your ass in that ER, they get them symptoms and things of that nature. They take their ass back to that computer, plug them in, and see what can they confirm what they already thinking or what they have. Like sarcoidosis back in the day, well, and it still kind of is, was a hard disease to confirm whether somebody has. Even when they put your ass up on them scans and shit, blood work, that's the process of ruling shit out. So what I'm saying is, whatever area you work in, whatever area you trained in, you should know about that because that's your fucking arena. Not saying you ain't always get it right. How many times you done been to a doctor for the same symptoms, the same thing, and get two different diagnoses? But you're not going to be able to compare and compete with somebody that's trained and skilled and schooled in a certain area. I told y'all I like to when I am teaching in brackets and in the same, because students can remember that shit. So I just said training, schooled, skilled, and what I said, training, school, skilled. I just said it. Well, I forgot. But anyway, you catch on the replay. That might come back. I'm gonna have to replay it because I just forgot it because I'm old. But yeah, you're not going to be. That's crazy. You got to be nuts to think you can. I got to be nuts to think I can go into somebody cosmetic beauty care shop or whatever and sit up there and say, yeah, I can put that sew-in in, or I can glue that shit to their motherfucking ass. They're gonna be fucked up. Even if I call myself trying to plait and do them twist goddamn ponytails and shit. That's the only thing I was decent with. Trying to make them get them ponytails and get them separate them in two halves and wrap them around each other and clamp that bow on the end. And I'm gonna tell you, I am such a freak when it comes to perfection and neatness, right? At the end of the barrette, instead of putting the barrette on the end and letting the extra hair hang from behind that barrette, y'all know what I'm talking about, under that barrette, I would take that extra hair and wrap it around that end of that barrette and then clamp it. I didn't want no extra hair hanging on the end of that barrette. Oh shit! Y'all know what I mean? Y'all let me know if y'all know what I'm talking about. People that the twist that they had them on ponytails. Y'all let me know. Do y'all know what I'm talking about? Let me know if y'all know what the fuck I'm talking about with them motherfucking them ponytails. I ain't want that extra hair hanging on the end. Right. So, but anyway, you'll be fucked up. And so, if I like that's crazy. I'm not gonna sit there and look crazy. I'd be looking crazy if I go where that girl Honey came in there talking about that Excel shit and almost gave me a motherfucking heart attack. The word that just to see them words Excel almost gave me a heart attack. I'd be crazy to go in there and say, Honey, I don't give a damn how much education I got. I ain't got no education in that shit. I ain't even sitting up there and tried it long enough. It got on my nerve because we couldn't get past it. And when you took back in the day, what that computer class we had to take, Comp 101, you know that Excel shit was in there. And all that sum and this, that, and third, but hell no. I'm not going in Honey job and say, Honey, get your ass out the way. Bitch, get out of here. I'm finna run your report. I'm finna run your shit today. I'm gonna do your analyst work today. Get your ass out of here. Go take lunch for 3 hours. She come back, she won't have no job, and neither will I. And the company will be gone because I've been fucked it all up. It don't make no damn sense. Mocha, you gonna need to talk to Honey. Y'all need to talk about that shit. Cause baby, don't call me about it. I'm be like, what? You wanna do what? I'm telling you, I remember that shit was a goddamn nightmare. That some shit, putting all that shit, and instead of just being able to put an ad and fucking subtracting shit and just do it, whatever, all that secret code ass shit you got to put in, because depending on what line you put the line in, let me see if I can remember. You put the line and the column in and put them together and come up with something. Man, fuck that shit. Ain't got time for that. What if I just put the numbers? Hey, listen, what if I just go and do my add and subtracting and put the numbers in goddamn Excel and keep it motherfucking moving. Save that shit and come on up out of there. All that fancy ass shit. Anybody got time for that? See, that's what equations, right, Kay? See, that's what Honey said. Y'all know all about that shit. I don't know about that bullshit. Oh, look at Kayla with the motherfucking shit. She know what I'm talking about. People that done went there to the motherfucking facilities and shit, them institutions, know exactly what I'm talking about. Formulas and shit. Everybody got time for that. You do that your own all that shit. Why I can't add it up? Just put. Only thing I want to know is, does 2 + 2 = 4? I ain't got time to look for no columns and the line and put it in and shit like that. Fuck you. I've been all day. Listen, I've been took 35 minutes just trying to find out if 2 + 2 = 4. Girl, that's your stuff. Oh, Lord, look at all these goddamn fucking, computer folks over here with that shit. Oh, hell no. And just because you know one area of computer process, it's different areas. Like, you'll be surprised. People that know how to build a website don't necessarily know how to code. Yeah. People that know how to code don't necessarily know how to repair a computer. And when it comes to cyber intelligence and being a cyber analyst, oh, wait a minute, I got a message. Hold on. No, I'm not. But I will. Thank you. Um, when you talk about cyber intelligence and cyber, um, being a cyber analyst in cyber law field, right? That's something totally different. That's dealing with crimes and shit, tracking and tracing and trapping people. Oh, that's another T. Damn. Let me write that down this time. Because we might see that. But tracking, tracing, and trapping people for legal prosecution, something totally different. And that don't mean that, so that don't mean that somebody that operates word perfect, this, that, and third, whatever, work on all that stuff, knows how to do that type of work. A lot of people think that, you know how to operate a computer, you know all of that. And I don't. I generally did not know how to do no screen recording and shit like that. First of all, that, not my job to deal with all those type of devices as far as personal use or whatever. Hold on. Yeah, so um and people don't understand that, right? They don't understand that, and I get it. They don't understand it, but the cyber law field, that's a total different ball game. Maybe I'll tell you one day about it, but it is what it is. So what I'm saying is that I have no idea. I have no and when you start seeing copycat shit like that, that is a clear sign of jealousy. I put it up there. Look it up on Google yourself. A lot of that shit I be putting on there be coming from Google based on the symptoms and behaviors and shit I see out here. That's just what it is. So that's what I do. So I want to wait until people do their own breakdown. Um, you have we're gonna talk about the beefing, right? Now I got. Oh wait, now that's gonna lead into something else. Shit, man, I'm getting to the good part. That's gonna lead into something else. The beefing. Um, let's talk about the mental health and the shit around here on YouTube. I'm hearing people speak openly about their mental health and how this sector has played a part of their issues. That's bad. That's really bad. How this whole case and shit has played part of their mental health problems. And I can guarantee you this. Now I looked it up. Cussing and carrying on, right? They said that's a mark of intelligence, whatever. I'm not. There's a lot of us out here cussing, carrying on, whatever. That's different than somebody having a mental health issue, crisis, problems, and you could tell. The spazzing out is totally different. For one is actually cursing your ass out. Two, the other one is spazzing out. That's totally different. You don't check the fuck out. You don't know what the fuck you hollering and screaming about and acting like a damn fool about. That's something different versus somebody cussing your ass out. You know, that's just what it is. But we have to get a handle on that shit because it's crazy. It's really crazy. You know, I'm getting to the beef, man. Um, So another thing I want y'all to look, I want to talk about real briefly before I get to the defense fund and beefing, because I'm gonna be here a little bit to speak about that. But I talk briefly about these three things, right? Natural rights, human rights, and legal rights. And I'll just pop it up real quick so y'all can get the because you might see it. When it comes to natural rights is defined as, this is a simple lookup. Natural rights are those that are not dependent on the laws or customs of any particular culture or government, and are and so are universal, fundamental. And wait a minute, there was a better breakdown. Okay, depend on any custom, any laws or customs of any particular culture or government, and are so universal, fundamental, and inalienable, right? Which means that they cannot be repealed by human laws, though one can forfeit their enjoyment through one's actions, such as by violating someone else's rights. That's natural rights. And then we have human rights. Let me see if it came up. Is that natural law? Hold on. I can't see if y'all can see it or not. But natural rights are, I got natural rights. So I'm talking about human rights. Let me put human rights up here. Human rights are these. Human rights are is defined as, human rights include the right to life and liberty, freedom from slavery and torture, freedom of opinion and expression, the right to work and education, and many more. And it says everybody is entitled to these rights without discrimination. And what human rights means in the law is a power or privilege held by the general public as a result of a constitution, statute, regulation, judicial precedent, or other type of law. A legally enforceable claim held by someone as the result of specific events or transactions. Okay. And we have legal rights. Legal rights are clearly rights which exist under the rules of legal systems or by virtue of decisions of suitably authoritative bodies within them. They raise a number of different philosophical issues. And some of the basic legal rights are fundamental rights, or a group of rights that have been recognized by the Supreme Court as requiring a high degree of protection from government enforcement. These rights are specifically identified in the Constitution, especially in the Bill of Rights, or have been found under due process. So I spoke a while ago, about some months ago, about how those things all make up, how, to me, just in my opinion, how natural rights and human rights make up legal rights, which is the law, right? And although we have the rights to do certain things, we have the rights to do them until you break the law. That means freedom of speech, things of that nature, what have you. All right, so that brings me to defamation and slander, right? Keep in mind, defamation and slander, it isn't defamation and slander if it's correct. So if somebody said you um stole $500 and you stole it, they're not slandering you. They're not defaming you. You did it. So your lawsuit will fall or will fail. I mean, fall flat on its face. So keep that in mind. A lot of people like to holler somebody's being slandered and defamed and things of that nature when they're not. You know, if I'm beefing with you or whatever, and I call you a bunch of names, I call you a bunch of fun names, this, that, and the third, then that's not slander. I'm just talking about your ass. But if I call you a pedophile or some shit like that, a thief and this, that, and the third, then that is slander. That is defamation. If you ain't do it. So that's the difference. I'm not trying to come through and police beefing. No, that's not what I'm doing. I'm not policing anything. I'm just telling you, in my opinion, well, I know for a fact, what that is. So you just have to keep in mind. If I said you said something and you didn't say it, you can kind of make a case for defamation or slander, but you're really making a case for me lying on you. It's totally different. And depending on if those lies or whatever cause you to lose anything, whatever, then that may raise to a level of defamation and slander for legal purposes, right? Now, back to beefing and bullshit. So, yesterday, I got some messages with regards to somebody playing some bullshit, right? They didn't know if it was me or not. They didn't know if it was current. They didn't know if I said one thing and said another in a specific time. So I'm gonna go over this, hopefully for the last time. And I don't even understand any of this shit at this point. So this is the bullshit area that y'all want to hear. All right. I've said it and I can't say it enough. I'm not no longer beefing with the illiterate and the ignorant. With trash, I'm not doing any of that. Because here's the thing. Those type of people, and you can be illiterate and ignorant, but you could be a decent person. I know you probably say how. You can. But I'm talking about somebody that's illiterate and ignorant and trash, and that's not decent, a decent person. I wouldn't deal with nobody like that offline. And I can't believe that I have ever dealt with people like that online. That is crazy. If I don't deal with your ass like people like that offline, I found that those people don't bring situations to my life. I eliminated at the start. I just don't fuck with you. And if you continue to fuck with me, things of that nature, whatever, you just fucking with a ghost. Because you will get no response, none of it. This is not a response. This is just me clarifying to the people that contacted me about some bullshit. All right? And you just have to recognize bullshit for what it is. You have people that have, and another thing, I'm not going to fuck with nobody that have not or isn't currently contributing anything to the society, anything positively. I'm not doing that. I don't do that offline. I'm not doing it online. I'm just not doing it. I don't give a fuck what it is. Of course, when it comes to people talking about money and what you said, this, that, and the third, yeah, I'm going to make some clarifications, just like I did, with with Atmos and things of that nature. But that's just what it is, because we all have a responsibility for providing accurate information. That doesn't mean that if you change your mind about something, or if you find intel to influence what your opinions were, that you can't make those changes. That's still a part of providing accurate information. If something changed, you can change. Not mean that you flip flop and going back on what you said, whatever. It's with cases, you have developments. You have investigators and state prosecutors and things of that nature. They think that, hey, this is the guilty person. But later you find out, you get information, find out, okay, wait a minute. That person might not be guilty. You're not even completed. Your investigation ain't complete. It just leads away from, that subject or suspect. That's just what it does. And it may come back that you was right the first time. That's just how it is. Y'all get too caught up in bullshit. I just don't understand. Y'all that's just regular life. You do it all the time. You pull up to Wendy's and you say, give me a classic. They say, no, I don't want no classic. That's all right. Give me a double cheeseburger with only ketchup and mayo and onions and lettuce. No mustard, please. You just in real time change your mind based on your taste buds. You wanted something different, or that price. You done sat up there and looked at that price. You said, let me get some off the dollar menu. Okay, a value menu. That's just what it is. And if you leave the incorrect out there, things of that nature, then if you're talking about a person to stand third, that could be slander or defamation. If it's you're just talking about information, whatever, you just a carrier of incorrect information, false information. That's just what it is. I ain't making this up. But I'm not gonna go back and forth with that type of bullshit. I don't want it in my life. I don't want it nowhere around it. People would look at me and be like, who the fuck is that person you beefing with? And how? How the fuck you get that person? Around here, the ignorant and the illiterate is always on the job because they ain't got nothing else to do. But somehow figure out how to be on this bullshit 24/7. And I wanted to deal with that shit. And you got people that's trying to create beefs and keep shit going, whatever, because they're trying to be relevant and they think the YouTube is the world, and just because it's the world of them, it's the world of you, and your life ain't exist before YouTube, or just because their life has. They've been trying to get attention all their lives, and some people been trying to get attention all their lives, trying to be important all their life, and most of us have been important all their life since the birth, and have gotten attention all their life. So that's just what it is. It makes absolutely no sense to me, and I'm not interested in it. You're not gonna have that on my motherfucking a resume of who the fuck you ever talked to for had a like, who is that? That's not my thing. It's not putting down nobody. I'm on talking about decent people. See, I don't fuck around with the devilette and little devilinas. That's not what I do. And people that's always trying to stir shit up, call shit, fuck with people, ain't fucking with them, whatever. That's just what they are. They miserable Their mindset is all fucked up. And you can tell by they come on this motherfucker and say and do some of the craziest shit and have no shame about it. Because if they were a decent person, whatever, they would have some type of shame about some bullshit. Now, I'm not saying if you did some shit, you own it. That's something different. I'm gonna own my shit. But I'm just saying, you sitting up here, um, you know, just keeping shit going and whatever. Nobody ain't fucking with you. Nobody ain't called your name. Ain't nobody talking about your ass or whatever. Ain't nobody live talk. None of that. And yet, that's what you have to do. See, you should be flattered that someone needs you for commentary or listen, click likes and views and shit. You should be flattered. But in some cases, some motherfuckers, no. You don't want nobody to know that you even had a conversation or that, that or any time of interaction. Because that's just, they some low belly ass caterpillars. Nothing I can do about that. 99% of us are not on this motherfucker. You got that 1%, that is. Ain't nothing we can do about it. All we can do is just try not stepping on them. Because they're low belly ass caterpillar. And that's just what it is. Hold on. Is it safe to say my position on R. Kelly's guilt has changed? I have never said whether he was innocent or guilty. If I've always said that I was neutral, I've never given an opinion whether he is opinion out loud that whether he's innocent or guilty. Because beyond someone's innocent or guilt, to me, the legal process reigns supreme over all of that. So whether somebody is innocent or guilty, really of no concern to me. I can say I think somebody's innocent, and I'm still gonna be neutral, doing for as what I come out here and say and do. I'm gonna do it both parts. I'm gonna give it both a fucking equal, not equal as far as amounts, but the level of goddamn accuracy and concentration to both sides. So I'm not concerned with his innocence or guilt. What I can tell you is that based on all that evidence, it seems like that a crime was committed. So I'll tell you, that's what the jury told you. A crime was committed. Not stupid, but beyond his innocence or guilt. I don't give a fuck about that. I'm talking about the legal process. And I've always said nobody on either side told 100% the truth. I've always said I had a problem with somebody being led into a crime. I have a problem with that. Okay, well, I didn't speak. I don't know who you disagreeing with. Who are you disagreeing with? You said the government overreached in this case. I ain't say nothing about whether they overreached and whatever. I said with the over acts, not over acts. I'm sorry, with the uncharged acts that he that was probably excessive. I said that, especially when they put them in, and I said that when I was reading it. Did I ever No, I'm not dumb enough to believe everything the government put in the indictments. The indictments tell you itself that it alleges. Have I ever alluded to or made statements with the opposition of his guilt? I don't understand that question. I just told you what I said. If I was sitting on a jury, presented with all that evidence, listening to what was circumstantial as well as direct, you would pretty much have to find any defendant, it doesn't matter if it's R. Kelly or not, guilty. And here's the thing. If at the end of the crime, whoever is at the end of that crime, that person is guilty. Now, what degree? That is to be that can be argued. That's when mitigating factors come in. Look, PM, you're gonna have to brush up on your legal skills. You're gonna have to stop letting I don't know, your feelings, your emotions, or Google help drive your legal skills, because you're in the wrong place. In the last 4 or 5 lives, with the absence of doing a whole bunch of legalese, I did a little bit of lawyering. I really don't like to do that because I'm not in a crowd of people with legal professions. But you're gonna have to, if you want to play that with me, you're gonna, the whispers got me. You heard that ding. Oh, yeah, the whispers got me. The whispers always got me. Now you believe that? The whispers got me. Club Blue gonna have me anyway, but the whispers are always on what? On deck. What? Yeah. Yeah, them whispers ain't playing with you. Heard that ding, ding. Because they know I don't be looking. I ain't hooked up 3 monitors. I am not paying attention. I'm serious. Well, yeah, you're going to have to. Yeah, that ain't going to work over here. Somebody can be completely guilty. But if that legal process, if that person isn't prosecuted right, that person should be found innocent. That's my belief, and that's in line with the Constitution. I can't sit up and here's the thing. Even if a person, what you don't understand is this. Even if a person, when a person participates in what turns out to be a crime, whether they knew it or not, that person is guilty. The law put that. If you don't like that, take it up with the law. Are you crazy? What my back scratching? Hold on. I'm not saying nothing I ain't said before. It is what it is. Shit. And here's the thing. And I'm not speaking for his defense team because I can't. But somebody on that defense team would, if they real with themselves, they'll tell you the same thing. Because how many times have lawyers, after they get finished with their client, because speaking that way with how what I'm saying now does not serve their client, and I don't have a client in this shit, can be looked as giving your client being that you are you're 100% working effectively for your client. Your words can have a impact on that, right? And as we see these IAC claims, and one of the requirements is to be effective and conflict free, right? But when those cases are over and they come on record, and they come out to the public, whatever, they say what I'm saying and worse. I've heard several of them say, I knew it was guilty, or I knew she was guilty. They come out and tell you that. But they're not going to say that on the job. And you tell me, at what point did, during that trial, did any of them attack that fucking evidence? You tell me that point. You tell me when that happened. When that happened. You know why? Because they knew what I'm saying. At the end of that evidence, who is standing there? And don't matter whether you meant to commit a crime, or if you did it deliberately, or if you didn't know that you was committing a crime when you was doing it, you still guilty. That's why they have things like mitigating, that word mitigating, to try to not make someone quite as guilty as someone that had the intent to do it. Mitigating, exculpatory defenses and things like that is all built in the legal system to make sure that the intent of a person is considered when making a judgment. Okay? So if you know your shit, prosecutorial misconduct, PM, you would know that an indictment is nothing but a page of allegations that must be proven. And I don't give a fuck if somebody is guilty. If it can't be proven, then they should be found innocent. So you can't get me with just a little whatever. No, you don't have to pay. And you have motherfuckers that probably try to chop and screw this motherfucker, because they're dumb, but not knowing you can play the whole motherfucking thing and say what the fuck I said, which is aligned with what the motherfucking goddamn law states. In my opinion, and I've said this a couple times, the legal process, although it may seem one-sided when it enters into its first phase, but to me, it favors a defendant, because you got shit built in there, all type of constitution, rules and regulations with regards to making sure somebody has a fair trial. They won't allow you to put all a whole bunch of shit in there that could not presidents. Oh, I'm thinking about what's the name? You do just a bass that would be prejudicial to the outcome of someone's case. You have double jeopardy, statute of limitations. The list goes on. Mitigating factors, whether you prove it or not. All kinds of shit that benefits the defense. And it's just what it is. I ain't making this shit up. You have staunch Kelly supporters that says they believe R. Kelly did some of the stuff. I'm not even saying that. I'm saying if I was sitting there going through the legal process, all this evidence, it wasn't challenged. And it wasn't challenged not to my satisfactory. It's like how, it's, with some evidence, you can't get creative as far as a strategy. But that's not the point. Whether he's guilty or innocent, is what could they prove? Did it happen the way the government said it happened? And if he was violated in the pursuit of justice, he should be set free in the interest of justice. Oh, I wish I had somebody. I'm feeling a TD Jakes moment. Turn to your neighbor and say, neighbor, you better let PM know. You done came into the wrong motherfucking quarters today. I'm just joking. You know, we what is this? Oh, we ask we um allow, you know, all type of comments or whatever, no matter, you know, they controversial or not. It is what it is. They will tell you that they felt like he was railroaded. Some of them, and I'll clean it up for them. They are trying to say, some of them are trying to say there were other factors that led to this man committing crimes. Therefore, he shouldn't be held responsible or solely responsible. I agree with that. So I'm gonna beg you to. I'm gonna ask you to. You need to go. I don't know if you need to go back to the first beginning. I don't know if you need to go back to the first time I ever was around here back in 2019, early 2019, typing all them long ass paragraphs with regards to the legal system. That would tell you I'm about the legal system, not about nobody innocence or guilt. I don't give a fuck about that. I've been on both sides. I don't give a fuck about that. I've been on both sides and the middle, trying to negotiate. I don't give a fuck about none of that. So, and that's just what it is. What I was getting next? Say, so anyway, I told you type of motherfuckers that I'm gonna beef with back and forth, and I'm just so I appreciate, you know, yeah, you have to come out and correct some things or whatever, but you can correct those things without even um mentioning a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? For what? Some people like to be mentioned. Some people have to be mentioned to survive around here. Some people um like to I need, you know, have you have people that know that when the dust is settled and everything, they know they if they not the devil, they motherfucking close to it. Devil, devilettes, and devilinas, right? They know they ain't about shit. Never have been, never will be, or whatever. And they're trying to get someone to see them in a different way, not understanding that your behavior has to change too. You can't be a lifelong nothing, you know, and not a decent person and expect for people to see you that way. People that want to fuck with you, whatever. No. And it has nothing to do with no hard times, no good times, nothing like that. It has to do with all about the person you are. I don't want nobody like that nowhere near me or in my mouth. So yeah, I ain't. Nope. If I want to fuck with you offline, I don't want to fuck with you online. That's just what it is. So anyway, so talking about, I'm gonna get this defense one. So talking about this slander shit, right? This whatever. Um, I have no idea why people are talking about this goddamn defense fund. The defense fund should never been an issue. It should have never came up. Because nobody was talking about the defense fund. They was talking about an issue about this $3,100 where I thought it was solved, where you ain't have to worry about no defense fund, no new defense fund, no nothing. You could just get the money directly to R. Kelly, especially if you call yourself supporting him anyway. Whether he needs money or not, you can kind of ascertain from the beginning of the legal issues they may need some help in the financial area. That's it. Why it has became this saga is because these miserable ass people that like to start shit, keep shit going, this, that, and the third. Now, until I was notified and informed, I didn't know that a part of Dana's commentary was, playing some old stuff about what was said about the defense fund, this and that. Between 2019 to early 2020 or mid 2020. I'm not sure exactly when. Maybe could have been probably no later than August. I'll say that. August, September. I don't know. I don't know what dates were. I don't know. But here's the thing, right? And when I got mad with him or what have you, I don't know if I said that anyone stole from the defense fund. I just said that I'm hoping I just said that there was an investigation. If I said that someone stole from whatever, that's definitely I misspoke on that, because there's no way I could know that, because that was just the allegations on the streets, because an investigation has not even started or been completed with regards to that defense fund. I just know there's a complaint in on it. That's it. So I don't. If I said that someone stole from it, I'm pretty sure that was said out of anger, whatever. So if I said that, I'm gonna definitely take that back. That's not the truth. I don't know that. But I do remember, and I keep continuing to say that there isn't a complaint on it, that it has not been investigated, and it definitely hasn't been completed. It hadn't been started. I gave the dates. Remember that. And what I said prior to what I said about the defense fund being legit, this, that, and the third, whatever. Yeah. But once I got additional information, there was a complaint on it, whatever. I said that too. And that's what I have been saying. I said it on the panel of the people who conceptualized it. So if people don't understand that was old stuff that was being played yesterday, hey, I don't know what to tell you. But the problem didn't come in with that. The problem came in when somebody else was playing it, was trying to indicate that it was current. No, wasn't current. I know nothing about no complaint being in, this, that, and the third. Never did check, think to look until somebody brought it to me offline. That's how I knew the dates when it was Doug Anton's started the online portion of it. I think was in September, October 2019. That was confirmed to me kind of when Infamous Sylvia showed that receipt. And it said it went to Doug Anton and this, that, and the third, whatever. But I already said those dates because I looked at the form, the complaint form in the system. If you have access, you know where to look, you would know where to go. I always use the term inquiry because the complaint sounds like something is wrong, and when it hasn't even been investigated, or so you don't know, what I'm saying. But you just have to watch the wording that you use, right? You don't have to use internal process, the words that's used in internal process, right? But I don't even know why that came up, because nobody was talking about giving money, $3,100 to a defense fund. Talking about giving it to R. Kelly. And only people that try to keep shit going and stuff like that. I know I yelled it out, like I said, when I was mad, whatever, but I definitely wouldn't have yelled it out and being some shit that's not even about no motherfucking defense fund. It's about giving the money, the $3,100 to R. Kelly. And your risk is to me is so close to zero, because if you're going to support him anyway, you just put on his books. But yet you got all these motherfucking lives and bullshit and whatever about that. Nobody said I'm not giving no goddamn defense fund. And talking about, Levi stole and all that shit, huh? And when in that motion, when the government started off by asking for access to the lawyers' financials, their accounting. Lawyers have trust funds. That was a trust fund that Doug Anton had. When I think, I don't know how long he had the check portion of it. I think that was, since whenever he started, but the online portion was in September or October 2019. Well, sometime in 2020, when they did the motion, the government, you saw it come through to the X for, access to the financials. I think Greenberg spoke out about it. And they had to verify the amounts in the account that was under Anton's control at that time. How hard is this? How many times I got to say this? And it's common sense. The nowhere in that motion said that it, was, even with regards to him, that something was verified, legit, this, that, and third, whatever, if I'm not mistaken. And you're talking about the online process of that defense time in two different stages. That motion only addressing the stage in which Doug Anton is in control of it. Okay? But that it shouldn't even be on the table talking about it, because it ain't had nothing to do with the $3,100. I just don't get it. I really don't. Let the people do their job. If ever they investigated, then that's exactly what they would do. It's ridiculous. One thing has nothing to do with the next, and it seems like it's another tactic to stop money from going to R. Kelly. I mean, put the shit on his books. The fuck the defense one got to do with it? Just put it on his books. Like, that don't make no goddamn sense. Not one time did anybody say send something to the goddamn defense fund. This is why when I say the illiterate and the ignorant is always on the clock. They always on the clock. The people that's starving for commentary, they always on the clock. Let me see. Just give me a minute. I want to pull up. I think I have it. Hold on. I think I got it at my fingertips. If not, I won't hold y'all, but I want to read that portion of that goddamn thing, if it's in there. I don't know. But anyway, that stuff that was being played on both channels, that was old stuff. It's not me flip flopping. It's old stuff. It's not me telling a lie about shit. I tell the people directly involved in it, what the fuck you think? I gotta make this up. And you know I'm gonna go by what the in black and white, what the fuck I see. Now nobody say, they go by what the fuck I see. Or I can get on the phone and call. It ain't that serious though. Hold on, I'm trying to see. Trying to find that motion. This crazy. This ain't got shit to do with it. If you ain't gonna get it, then don't give. If you're scared to give, then shit. Then don't do it. Let me see if it's in here. Hold on, let me see. Okay. All right, let me put this up here. Oh, sticking him out this stupid shit. Let it go. The more y'all talk about, you don't even know that you're giving them just in case they do start to investigate it, you're giving the damn people potentially admissible evidence of every account of that motherfucking defense fund. And they gonna catch, I mean, shit. Stop talking about it. I mean, not legally, but really, you really can't say nobody stole from it because it hasn't been determined if somebody stole from it. That should be the answer. Let's read this. Now remember, this is when Doug Anton. Oh, let me see. He's in control of the defense fund. Oh, let me see. Let me look at something. I definitely wouldn't be addressing it if somebody tried to, and try to put me in the motherfucking shit. It was something current as current as of yesterday. And I'm not saying it was Dana that did it. All right. Find this goddamn funds. It says, in addition, as the defendant's counsel is well aware, acquaintances and fans of the defendant have used social media to try to secure funds for Kelly's benefit. Indeed, one of the defendant's attorneys, Doug Anton, has himself appeared by telephone on at least 2 occasions on such individuals' YouTube channel, and during these appearances, Mr. Anton either advised those wanting to send money for the defendant's defense to do so to his attention, or participated while requests for donations for the defendant's defense were made by the host and others. Okay, Mr. Anton either advised those wanting to do so to his attention or participated while requests for donations for defendant's defense were made by the host and other requests. When it's somebody do so by his attention or participated or request or the notion. Okay, so they're saying other people online was making requests to send money to the fund. All right, it says, see Doug Anton Arquette's lawyer followed me on Facebook, and he came on my Facebook Live and talked about Kales available at that link. Right, it is approximately at the 3:35 mark of the video. Mr. Anton participates by telephone approximately minute 15:45. Mr. Anton advises that while he is not requesting donations, okay, those who wish to donate may send funds to his office. And it says up at night with a person. It says timestamp 47. It says Doug calls in and Dana calls Doug and lies to Kale's lawyer available at that link. Host and fans request donations be directed care of Mr. Anton, and Mr. Anton calls in to participate beginning at approximately minute 48:18. Each of these videos received almost 5,000 and 4,000 views respectively. While the potential donations referred to in these videos were described as being for the purpose of the defendant's defense and would presumably not be provided to the client, to the defendant, this nevertheless demonstrates that others on the defendant's behalf can use social media to rally others, even strangers, to provide financial support for the defendant if necessary. As previously proffered by the government, given the defendant's history of maintaining funds and bank accounts bearing the names of other individuals, see government's opposition to defense motion to reconsider, docket number 27, 28, and 3, stating that the government's investigation has revealed that earlier this year, the defendant redirected royalties to the bank account of childhood friends. The defendants claim that his ability to secure resources to flee is an impossibility, is simply not credible. So they're saying that stating the government's investigation has revealed that earlier this year, the defendant redirected royalties to the bank account. That's an investigation with regards to redirected royalties. That has nothing to do with the defense fund. Keep reading. This is a first read, but I remember getting this and I skimmed through it, but I didn't read this part. They say, putting aside the defense ability to physically abscond, he has also failed to rebuke the presumption that he poses a danger to the public by, among other things, intimidating or unlawfully persuading witnesses. Let me see if something else about the fund appears somewhere else. Okay, so there's nothing else about this fund that says that it was investigated. What I'm saying is, in this document, that it was investigated prior to Doug Anton's complete association with it. When I mean complete association, I mean the mail-in part, to my understanding, which he has always been controlling of, and the online part in which he took he created access on September 20, between September 2019 and October 2019. There's something else that talks about, listen, I'm just giving it to you. I ain't write this motherfucker. Hold on, let me see what this is. Hold on. Oh, hold on. I can't see that. All right. Let me take this off. Let me come around back to the front. Come back to the front. Look at the comments. So, and I do remember there was some type of when Greenberg was talking about he thought it was just a bit too much. The government was going too far. Pretty much, I'm paraphrasing what he said about looking into the finances of the attorneys on this case. They looked into that trust fund. Well, the online portion of that trust fund was established in 2009, October 2019. So if the government did an investigation, that is what they were investigating, what Doug Anton himself had access to. That's it. This is the same shit that I've said since I found out. I didn't say nobody steal. If I did, I definitely didn't mean it. Must be definitely out at a heated situation. But y'all can go back and look. That was that one. I can't say the one video I was cussing and fussing, but I'll go back and try to find it, whatever. Y'all can go through it and see. But I definitely didn't mean it to indicate that somebody stole anything. I'm just telling you, there's a complaint in on it, and a possible investigation to be completed. It ain't got shit to do with Doug Anton. So I mean, what I'm saying, shit to do with Doug Anton's defense fund shit. His own independent thing when he had the whole thing, and he tells you when he set it up. He had assistants setting up or setting it up. He tells you that in the shit that has been played. That's why I wouldn't play no other bullshit with regards to that defense fund. That's why I wouldn't even talk about it. I said that I don't know how long. And the only reason why I even looked is because somebody brought it to me when they knew I wasn't faking or whatever. I had access. Okay. And that's how a motherfucker do, baby. I swear. I ain't gonna never take away from nobody's, real life or whatever, and they positive shit, even if I like them or not. But it's a lot of that goes on around here. That's because they're not decent and they some fucked up individuals. They don't keep it 100. Yeah, Doug said that. Nikki and Doug said that. I heard that as of yesterday. Doug said that. I'm telling you what that complaint said. It does not have Doug name on it. As far as being a person that they complaining on. He also said that where they should prosecute Dana. He also said that in the call. If they talking about somebody stole something, I'm paraphrasing, but that was the gist of it when he was on the conversation talking to Trent. He also said that. I'm not saying none of it. I'm just saying, as far as their complaint, they complain about, a certain person. And those dates listed was prior to September 2019 and October 2019. I'm not telling you nothing nobody said. I'm telling you what is on paper. Somebody worked on it to verify those dates. I'll tell you that. But for as a full-blown investigation which yield results, Sean Harris said he could neither confirm or deny that an investigation of defense fund is currently taking place. James Harris, don't come in here with that bullshit. You know you ain't finna hit the link. I'ma drop it. Right. That's and that's how those type of complaints or inquiries get generated because people complain and everybody think that everything is a federal offense and it's not. And just because it's relating to something federally, right? When I'm talking about this case, everybody think that everything that takes place with this case got to go to the feds. That's not it. Because what the feds will do will kick it out to other agencies, other jurisdictions. If that defense fund or that trust fund that Doug has set up has an NA, about, I think they told me that would be investigated by the feds. If not, that would be a state level investigation. It has yet to be kicked out. Yeah, people will go in there and do a little work on it, just because I'm just telling you some internal process. Because they ain't sitting up, they ain't got shit to do, whatever, wasting time, they on the clock. Let's see, we can go through and work some stuff. No different than somebody sitting up there working cold cases. Oh shit. Wait a minute, let me make sure this you. Yeah, this you. Oh, James Harris, it says your device is not connected. Hold on for a minute. Hold on. James Harris says your device is not connected. You got to keep working with it. Y'all get that spam, that type of spam right there. Y'all can block that right now. And make sure you report it so YouTube can get the origin from for it. And James, yeah, you got to connect your stuff. I'm just telling you. You know, I only give you the legal part of it and what the paperwork. But nobody should be even really talking about it anyway, because that ain't got shit to do with what the money is, what's going on, where it should be going. Yeah, James Harrison pulled up. It shouldn't even be a factor. No, you got to hit that link, James Harris. You got to make sure your stuff say that it if anybody do, so I got the new iPad about a couple weeks ago, and it's hot, it's fire. It's fire. Even though I mean it's just cute. Even though I didn't, use all the buttons and stuff like that, but it's fire. Right, Jay Bennett. Yeah, you Club Blue. I'm like, Jay Bennett, oh no. I ain't block you. Stop making up lies, James Harris. We'll gather today to get to this thing called Angie's Funky Lane. That's funny as hell. Yeah, James Harris, you're gonna have to come on through and get your communication devices hooked up. But yeah, I'm just telling you. I don't care what nobody says. I'm telling you what's on black and white in that system where it matters. Just like that paperwork, when it comes to those cases, that's what matters. Not what nobody say. That's what matters. And it tells you clearly. And my thing is, I don't know with financial crimes and shit like that. I think it may be a 10-year. It depends on the statute of limitation. Stop talking about that motherfucking shit. But the motherfuckers put that shit on, start working it. Leave that shit alone. Yeah, I ain't gonna keep y'all past 2:30. I'm telling you, all they will use that shit against you, and say that you have a pattern of whatever. Fuck that shit. You know what I'm talking about? Don't worry about no trying to prove shit to these motherfuckers on these streets, because they gonna keep talking whatever. You do yourself a disservice by you keep talking about the motherfucker. Fuck that shit. So let me see if I can catch some of these comments up here. Let me see. Let me see. Did y'all get that spam? Right, Lil Mac. Let me roll it. Yeah, there's no need for a defense fund. Arcade's not asking for the money. If you want to help him, put the money on his books. That's simple. Right. The defense fund shouldn't even be okay. Let's shut your James Harris part 2. He trying, y'all. I can verify he is trying. Granddad is. Oh, wait a minute. Damn. I'm trying to get you, James. Hold on. Your devices are not connected, James. Connect your microphone and your cam. See the button that says connect microphone and cam? Connect the microphone and cam. James Harris finna bless us with some words today. See what says connect microphone and cam. Come on, James Harris. Come on, work it out. Work it out. Work it out. Work it out. Where's the link? You got the link. You got to connect your mic and your cam. Okay, you don't have to, like, you can hit mic and cam, but you don't have to be on cam. If you can hit it back here, I'm not gonna pop it. Right. Oh, he done damn left again. Shit. Stay say mic, the area that says mic and cam. Let me see if I could do a side by side to show you where they're connected at. Hold on. Hold on. I'm working to get James Harris up on this thing. Then on that screen, hold on, let me see if I can do this. I guess. Well, that ain't it. That ain't gonna work. Child, we anxiously awaiting James. Then when it first comes on and it start asking you about your mic and your camera, look at the little options. Look at the little options. You could shade them out. You can click on mute mic. You click on mute the camera. You could click that. If it's saying having issues, just wait a minute and click where the link that says having issues. Just wait a minute. Uh, he don't. He said he don't appreciate being called bald headed. I'm not bald headed, maybe ugly, but never bald. What, James? That picture look like you was bald. And to keep straight, Dana wasn't talking about me, wasn't slandering me, nothing like that. He was just playing some old stuff, and the devil, or got it and tried to turn it into something like what I'm saying, trying to start some shit. No, that's not what it is. Now I've said what I've said up on Levi's channel. I've said it several times here, and I've said it. You know, so there ain't no big situation. The biggest deal is I don't even know why it's even being talked about, especially when nobody actually send no money to no goddamn defense fund. That's just people trying to start shit and keep it going. And it has not been determined that anybody, oh, there goes James again, that anybody stole from the defense fund. They would need to connect their mic and cam. Just keep telling me to connect, you need to connect your mic and cam. Hold on. Damn, you got to connect that mic and cam. Trying to look, trying to tell you what to hit. Are you on your phone? Wait a minute. Okay. See, I am Queen Newton pops on up here.
James Harris just scared.
No, he's up. He's been trying. He has been trying. Yeah. So, and just to be clear, it has not even been determined that anybody stole from any defense fund. How about that?
James Harris, where you at? I'm
Yeah.
down south just like you.
James Harris said he don't appreciate being called. He said he ain't scared of us. Yeah, come on up and so we can grow some of that hair. Oh, he gonna try it again. He trying. He really want to cuss us out, baby. He gonna let us have it. I'm trying to get you. Damn. Then what are you doing with that? What do you see? What is it saying? Can you type in the chat and tell me what you see? Hey Vanessa, what you see? James had type in there what you see, so I can tell you what to click on. I mean, right? It hasn't been determined that nobody stole from no defense fund.
Why they even bringing up the defense fund?
Right. Just people want to start shit. I see you backstage, but I see you, but it's still saying your devices are not connected. I'm trying to see what you see on your end so I can tell you what to click on. Tell me like what screen are you on your end? Oh, he done just yeah, you have to tell me what you see. Uh, James, they ready to tear your ass up. They say you got a Boost Mobile flip phone. I know that's right. I didn't know that many people like the first shift. He said he give up. I'm gonna have to um what you should have done is when you was back there, you could have called me on that show phone and I could have tried to tell you what you see. Because a lot of people, because I get that too, my devices are not connected and then all of a sudden it just, works itself on out. But that's what it should have done. Worked itself on out. And I'd have been able to pop you through. Right, Miss Molly. I mean, damn. Well, it ain't been determined who stole anything official. It ain't even been completely investigated. That's the hard cold truth. Let me tell you something. When you're looking at a when you're looking at what I like to call inquiry, because complaint on it, shit, it always give the illusion or make people think something negative, right? Which is just it's just the form. That's what they just call it, because people making complaints. You would tell when someone investigated because hold on. Wait a minute. Hold on, I think I
Come
got it.
on, James Harris.
Okay, I got you. That's what I was saying. Right. Oh, they ready for your ass, James Harris. They gonna line them up. They gonna get you. You be starting shit. Right. So what they do is, you see the entries and how they when they investigate, start the time, the dates, this, that, and the third. Whatever, what they verified, this, that, and the third. When they usually come in, they, somebody do like a little, little low level investigation. What I'm saying is just to verify times, dates, names, if they, and then at some point they'll get to subpoenaing, accounts and records and things of that nature. That's just how financial crimes are, when you get a complaint form, that's how they start the investigation on. And then once they investigation yielded results, they tell you. That's all. Right. All they have to do, like whomever did to get the complaint started, well, go and track your funds. That's
If
all
I
you
were
have to
Dana, I
do.
wouldn't even address it anymore.
Right. I wouldn't even, because I'm telling you, those people will use all that shit against your ass. Just let it go.
Well, it don't look like I'm gonna have James Harris up here. I'm gonna have to go.
Right. Girl, darn. We're going to have to fix his phone. Yeah, child, but mm-mm. That's all I wanted to go over this morning. Good grief. Child, I'm doing how many days are we going now talking about this money? $3,100, Jesus.
Hope we ain't going 3,100 days.
Right. Right. Okay. Come on, I'm be stretched out and be like, Lord have mercy, please. Just don't have no more money.
They don't have no other content, so
Angie,
they
you
have to
wouldn't let
figure
it
out
go
something.
if you donated to a convicted check fraud or scam. I'm listen, I'm not talking to the ones that donated, honey. I'm talking to the ones that have a problem with it, that's missing their money or whatever. There's a lot of people that didn't donate that's carrying this shit for it. I didn't say neither. You can what you want to do? Run
Well,
around for the rest of your life hollering about a defense fund or whatever? Well, then go get your. Here's the thing: when you first start hearing about that, you thought that the money wasn't going to R. Kelly. Well, then why didn't you go to your financial institution and start tracking it from there, putting a claim from there, based on what they told you? Get those results, then file a police report, or see where it can be investigated, whatever. I heard the something about a class action lawsuit. That's if it was really substantial or whatever, but that's still always a ideal or whatever. You could do it all. I ain't lost nothing. But if I did and I was that concerned about it, that's what I would do. I'm talking about you have people that didn't lose not one penny. And just because they're miserable and like to start shit and fuck shit and paint all kind of narratives out here and act, just to give reasons to, get into it with your ass as if somebody's gonna take a bait with some kind of ignorant ass shit like that. Uh-uh. These motherfuckers I'm talking about. Motherfuckers that need something to talk about. Yeah. Like, are you serious at this point? These motherfuckers is more. I guarantee you, the people that's talking about it didn't give it one dime. They're just miserable as fuck. Yeah, exactly. Shit. And I know if I gave $100, not 20, maybe no, but $100, I might want to know where it went, and depending on how much time it takes to try to, shit, if I got time for that shit. It's 3 years later. Like, what the fuck? Like the fuck? Would I represent a check forger? And would you let your son wear a dress? Huh? Child, let me help. Let me do you a favor. Hold on. Just give me a minute. I'll answer your question. Just give me a minute. Hold on. I'm finna give you all your answers. Just let me catch you real quick. Stay right there. Just stay right there. Hold on. Let me do some more shit to you. Hold on. Make sure I get you. Just give me a minute. Just stay right there. I'm gonna give you answers in a few minutes. Just stay right there. I got to search for those answers. Just stay right there. Hold on. Just let me get you real quick. Let me get you. Mm, mm. Stay right there. I can get Hmm. I, I think I've done enough. I'll finish getting you at the after I get off. Yeah, you should. Yeah, no, you got my answer. I got time for this shit today. I'm not gonna, be asking no question for somebody that apparently, I don't know how those troll names lasted this long in here because we at least supposed to be zapping the troll names or whatever. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, when I tell you, yes, so I can get them. Before I tell you, so I can get them, so I can put them on my possibly troll reveal party live. When I tell you, I'll be storing up some epic lives, honey. When y'all find out who these trolls are, y'all gonna die. Oh Lord, y'all gonna die. Yes. They came in talking about. Oh, yeah, and then then the emails. I got you, Nikki. And then the emails. Lord have mercy. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. It would. Now here's the thing. I am under the belief that some people are close, have a close source that's close to R. Kelly. I'm under. I can see that. All right, because there have been some stuff, like I can say, like Miss Wimbush. She knew that all those attorneys was jumping ship or had to go before they had to go. Now either she got access to ECF too. I don't know. I don't think so. So that leads me to believe that. And so if she comes out and said that, you know, R. Kelly needs some money, she has been saying it, for the longest, I would believe that. I'm inclined to believe that. I believe that she is in some type of connection with somebody that connects to him. I would say this. Those sisters, whether they fake or not, they somebody's sisters. They their own sisters. Shit. They are in connection with him. 100%. Well, I'm gonna say 99. I believe that. Because and here is a little verification. When it was time to go into that courtroom, them lawyers and shit, they ushered in them sisters. So whatever you think, them sisters are in direct connection. I ain't making this up. And we don't give a fuck who we consider his kin folks or whatever. You shouldn't anyway. As JoJo would say, I don't spend a lot of time on shit like that. I don't spend a lot of time on shit like that. I don't spend a lot of time on it. Yeah, like that's crazy. Just look at it. Look at the connection. And what I'm trying to tell you, how you can confirm some shit. Like what we do over here. If I can come up with the stuff that we come up with, and their attorneys and the prosecutors and the judge confirm what we come up with after we done came up with it, it's probably more than likely that somebody over here went to school to be a lawyer. Some people that's in that motherfucking chat scrolling, got common sense to give me the right information. That's all I'm saying. That's the confirmation. If those people them attorneys went to jumping ship after Sharon Wimbush had spoke about it in several days, that's confirmation that she's close to the source. If those attorneys came out and ushered those sisters in, or they walked in, they weren't in no line. Come on. Fuck your feelings. Damn your emotions. And for Lord, and for, not Lord, but I mean, I don't want to say that because I hate to use the Lord when I'm cussing. But for Pete's sake, disregard your mental health and come on with the common sense. Come on with it. If the people that sit up there and holler, behind the scenes or this, that, and the third, if they would kind of say they got a reliable source that speaks to the man, I'll accept that shit. Hell. But if you be elusive about it, pass about people like, and if your shit come to pass, I'll accept that shit. Are y'all getting that troll hot girls and boys? Y'all got that hot girl that webcam? That's a bot. That's a different kind of troll. That's a different kind of spam. That's a bot. So y'all can zap that right on off. Y'all don't mind. Girl, why you ain't saying that? Why you up here scrolling through without being Club Blue, Karen J? Stop playing them games. Thank you, Miss Molly. Let me report it. Remember, when y'all get them, always report them to just hit that report button and unwanted commercial content or spam, and then YouTube can track it from there. You can do that to other people too, but just wait till I get them first. Hey, Karen J in here scrolling without being Club Blue. Girl, stop playing. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yes, yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I'm about to get off here though. Miss Frugal type, so I can make sure you in here. John's a great. No, you didn't, but trust me, I verified that you was James Harris before you brought your ass up here. You just couldn't connect. You ain't psyched me out with your bald head ass. You are bald headed. Always starting shit with people. They were lined up, baby. They're gonna get your ass. They're sick of your bullshit. Traveling shit starter. Now he want to talk shit. Tell me I won't let him on. I'm scared of him. Yeah, but people come on and say, yeah, I got a source that's in connection in the camp, this, that, and the third, whatever. And they come and get some fact, some information that a couple other people's verifying. Well, shit, I'm gonna entertain it. And if it come to pass, then I'm gonna say, okay, that person got some kind. Somebody is connected. Some people is connected to his ass and connected to his account. I did an organizational chart. Who I thought is who is I think is where. Ain't nobody scared of you with your bald head ass, James Harris. I'll get you. I know you don't, but I know you be on shit. They be coming in at me. hey, hey, the motherfucking trolls, baby. I got to catch them. But just a minute before I catch them. I gotta really catch them. Okay. Oh man, troll edition would be funny as hell. Like I'm gonna take good old country Joe's advice. And just stop saying, don't tell the certain things. You know how these people are. Damn, god damn. I just look this way. Shit, damn. Motherfuckers don't get the message until the weapon is drawn. Shit. So we are still on first shift. We are going to. I ain't going beyond 3 hours. So I got about 6 more minutes of bullshit. Who else got the bullshit? Okay, we should have invested in Apple. You crazy, Rocky. Back to the garden. Oh, Miss Molly, I know you. I knew you had a garden or something. I knew you'd be the one out there tilling them damn tomatoes and shit like that or whatever, fucking around with the asparagus and the peaches and stuff. I knew you was out there with the roses and the what is it? The gardenias and stuff like that. The petunias. I know you out there like that, Miss Molly. I knew it. I knew it. Let me tell you something. Put the thing in the thing. Let me tell you something, y'all. You talking about somebody can kill some flowers and shit like that? Baby. That's what I be telling people. Don't even send me no roses, no flowers, because they are dying. Time my junkie ass get it. They go to, when I tell you, even they're from the best of the best places, they'll hold up for a while. I don't know. You people talking about put some aspirin in the bottle of all this. I got all type of those things, you put the flowers and shit like that. I can't think of what it's called now. But I don't know. I don't need them. That's to save your money. Because those flowers, they be 100, 200, something like that. You know what I'm saying? And that's a waste of money with me. You can just give me that. Or you can give it to me in a gift card or such shit like that. I can use that. Are you still listening, Truth? Oh. But shouts out to y'all participation and y'all comments and requests and all. I get them all. I get it all. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I don't have time to get, respond or whatever. But I try to do my best to at least try to honor them, at least within some kind of reasonable time. I know I'm still working on that shit for Club Blue. I'm working on a whole bunch of stuff, honey. I be tired. But y'all questions and stuff. Yeah, people just don't know. That type of stuff right there give you stuff to talk about, different things to talk about. They also are inspirational for you to come on here because I'm very, very shy. Oh, I'm shy as hell, honey. That time I came on camera, I told her, "Well, take me off. I got nervous. I'm nervous. I'm scared. I'm nervous. I wouldn't be able to. Ooh, child, probably just sitting there, look me staring at the camera, so nervous and scared. Listen, presentation, that was always my lowest marks in college. I hated it unless I'm on. I'm doing something I'm passionate about and I'm presenting it that way. I'm gonna be so nervous, this, that, and the third. I think I told this story several times, but I remember one day after when I was getting my critique after I gave my presentation. Normally, the first thing on somebody's mind or whatever, that's what they're thinking about. My presentation on the what I was presenting, nobody said nothing about that. They all talked about how I had improved on for as my nervousness, my being comfortable, but being in front, the attention and all of that. That's all they gave me the critiques on. I'm glad my presentation as far as what I was doing or whatever, I think I had a B on that. But other than that, they were talking about how I, was getting more comfortable and things of that nature. Yeah. Oh, I see something I didn't go over. Hold on. So so but yeah, I'd be so nervous. Now, when I have it in my head, but now my presentation on something I'm passionate and I know I got it or whatever, the few times I had to be in court or whatever and I had to present, you know, I just had it, and be direct and got to it. Around when my negotiations, whatever, I know what my points are so I can just shoot that to you. But shit, y'all know it, especially when you get in the master's program, that seems like all you doing is getting up, doing some type of project, group project, individual project. That's all you got. That's all we got to do all the time. The feds are gonna respond today or Monday. Oh, Miss Frugal, you know what? They would bless us by doing that. But you can tell they already got it ready. They probably still reviewing it. Probably everybody probably going over it. They should take that anxiety all off and just send that shit in now. um, but see, I'm wondering if they're gonna wait till the deadline and then ask for additional time. Mm-hmm. All kind of games going to shit. All kinds of games. Right, all kinds of games. And you know what? And another thing, back to that beef and shit, you have these people out here that because you're not beefing with their ass, right? They're bringing up shit to try to engage you into a beef. One, because they're just, most of them are crazy. Okay? That's just what it is. Disturbed mentally, ain't got shit to do, nothing to talk about. If they ain't talking about somebody, nobody wants to hear that bullshit. And they okay to have no shame with being a negative person. A person that's known to be about bullshit, be starting shit, or keeping shit going. See, you can also start shit by keeping it going. If nobody ain't fucking with you, why you fucking with them? Lying, they're famous, all that kind of shit. Because they got an issue. They got a miserable ass life. And only a handful of motherfuckers identify with that miserable ass living. So that's why they be all into that type of shit. And I get it. You know. So, I mean, it's like like with that defense fund shit like that. They're trying to make that shit as of like it just happened. None of that shit that was said had just happened. That was a long time ago shit. There was nobody contradicting themselves or anything like that. You know yourself. I sat up here and I was like, man, I don't know how. Me and Kel was going back and forth. I don't know how they're going to get around that being effective and conflict free. Because J-Bo raised a powerful argument. I still believe that. But yet I sat here a day ago and I gave you some ways that the prosecutor can challenge it. Number one, challenging that language. And some other stuff. And of course, incorporating what Keller's um his position on it. What he think that the prosecution would come back and saying that the conflict, the judge had already removed the conflict and what have you. But I just like I kept trying to tell him what her arguments are. And when I say what her arguments are, I'm not saying her arguments are correct. No. That has to be, deliberated on. So that's not saying whatever she raised is factual. No. Hell no. Just like whatever the prosecution raised and it's factual. Not all the time. It's about a strategy and how you can prove it and how you can put it together. What narrative that you can make. Remember I said the logical perspective, what you can shoot that, paint it to the jury. That's what they try to do around here. Like with certain, instances, people try to say that I'm arguing about a man. There's no way I'm arguing about a man when I don't bring a man up. I respond when one is brought up. I don't talk about it because it's my personal life. If I choose to share, I would. If I don't, whatever. There's no need for me to argue about a man. For what? Why would I have to argue with someone about a man when I can simply just argue with the man because I'm able to pick up the phone to do that or to see him or whatever. So that's how that works. All kinds of, that's just an example of narratives people, paint just to have a beef going, whatever, because that shit is in their head, they soul, their heart. I don't know. But it ain't for me to go back and forth with, because I don't have the problem about it. I don't have an issue about where no man go. Never have. Nobody has an issue about where I go. Now, what take place, depending on what it is, it could be an issue or whatever. But it is, what it is what it is until it gets straightened and make what could be confusing real clear. That's just what it is. I don't be sitting up here and bringing up nobody. If they start some shit or whatever, if I make a comment about somebody's commentary, I try to make a comment as based on facts about what I saw. I don't play nobody's shit, you know, unless it's like Debo or something like something funny or whatever. I don't do that. It's about being original to me, things of that nature. That's somebody else's shit or what have you. People can play it to make a point. I don't give a fuck. But people, you can clearly see who keeps shit going, who lets it go, and that thing, whatever. Just because you think something is going on, that doesn't give you carte blanche to keep shit going, what have you. Unless you're miserable, crazy, and you're a troublemaker. That's just all what it is, especially with this goddamn defense fund shit. People don't have nothing to do with the motherfucking shit. And here we go. Because they lack commentary or lack attention or they lack whatever they need that they're missing in their life. Ain't got shit to do with me. Oh shit, I done went over the damn time. Anyway, let me do this. But anyway, the lies, honey. That's why you point out the lies, because when a person have a pattern of lying, that means that you probably shouldn't believe much of what they say, but you can verify. You know. So thank you again for your support, and you have done that support in those ways. Make sure you do this so we can continue to do that. Now, as always, we keep it this way, especially when I drop that. And as always, we are what? Oh, I clicked the wrong one. Yeah, thank you. And make sure y'all do all of those things, right? And on behalf of Club Blue, this is the Blue House. Thanks again for the support and for supporting them. In this way, all those ways. And make sure you do all that, especially on their channels. The club is the Blue House by Club Blue. So they too can do all those things. And they keep it that way, whether it's in their house or this one. Especially when they drop that. And they always keep it live wherever they go. And thanks again for doing all of those things and for coming on through. Thank you, Club White. You're always welcome. We ain't really had to get Club Black. We ain't really had to do that. And Club Red will come, whenever Club Red comes. With that being said, hey. Remember to look at that banner and do what? Hey. Support the man that defies score fighting against, and make sure you support what? Janine, Sweet Feet McGee's wife, as always. The third shift, I don't think so, honey. This is Friday. I'm trying not to. There is a good movie that I am watching. Lord, I need to watch that. So thanks to the host, the panelists, the host, the hostess, and the guests, the almost panelist with his bald head ass, James Harris. Okay? And everybody else. I love you and peace out to the next live. And happy Friday, people. Happy Friday.